Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, hello. Today I'm going to show you 5 easy and delicious crockpot meals that are mostly dump and go that my family loved, and I hope yours will too. On Monday, I made a Mexican chicken soup that is probably my second favorite of the week. You're going to start with either 6 chicken thighs or 3 large chicken breasts in a crock pot. Then you're going to top it with a can of fire roasted tomatoes, a can of chicken broth, minced onion, minced garlic, cumin powder, oregano, chipotle chili powder, and paprika. And I will link the recipe down below with exact measurements. But once you get all of that in the crock pot, you're going to cover it and cook it on low for 6 hours or high for 4. And once that is done cooking, you're going to take the chicken out and either take it off the bone, shred it up, depends on what kind of chicken you're using. And then you're going to mix in 2 cups of cheese, whatever kind you want, 2 ounces of cream cheese, and a half a cup of heavy whipping cream, and put the top back on it while you are shredding your chicken to kind of get those cheeses to melt. And once you have your chicken shredded, you're going to add it back in and then cover it for an additional 30 minutes to just let the cream cheese melt and everything too. Which honestly, I still have lumps in there sometimes, and I'll just kind of try to mash it up. And there you have it. I think the chicken thighs with the bone in added that extra layer of fat, and it was so good. And on Tuesday, I made salsa chicken again, which I made a couple weeks ago. And all you do is throw in a couple chicken breasts, a jar of salsa, and a packet of taco seasoning into a crock pot on low for 6 hours. I had this in the freezer as a freezer meal, and I'm trying to go through those and use them up. And it was perfect for my crock pot meals because this is also a really cheap one and dump and go. Okay, now we have our chicken all shredded up. Got 2 different kinds of chips over here because one of my daughters likes the lime and the other one doesn't. My husband will honestly probably just make burritos or tacos out of this, so I should get the tortillas out. And I made up some guacamole, and in mine I just put everything bagel seasoning, sea salt, lime juice, and dried cilantro. That's how we like it. And I've gotten out my cheese, and we'll have us a little taco night. And on Wednesday, I made my husband's favorite crock pot meal, chicken and stuffing. And you're gonna start by putting 3 chicken breasts in your crock pot, topping it with salt and pepper. And then you're gonna top it with 1 box of a chicken stuffing mix. And then on top of that, you're going to mix together in a bowl 1 can of cream of chicken soup, 3/4 cup of sour cream, and 1/3 cup of water. And you're going to pour that on top as well and cook it on low for 6 hours. And about 30 minutes left, I opened up a can of green beans and put that on top as well, just basically to heat it up. But you could also use frozen if you wanted, but maybe give it a little bit more time. And this is what it's going to look like when you're done. It is so good. It's really like Thanksgiving in June for us. It's my husband's favorite holiday, so he loves having this with cranberry sauce, and actually my whole family liked it, which is a rare thing, especially for my 2-year-old. He ate so much of this. And on Thursday, I made a chicken pesto cheesy lemon pasta. You're going to start by putting half a pound of frozen chicken tenders in your crock pot. You're going to top that with 7 ounces of pesto, half a lemon juice. I just used about a tablespoon and a half of lemon juice, and half a stick of butter and salt and pepper, and you're going to cook that on high for 4 hours. And once that is ready, you're going to shred up your chicken. I like it in bigger chunks. My husband said he wishes I would have shredded it up more, so whatever your preference is. And then you're going to put in 12 ounces of pasta of your choice, bow tie, rotini, those are what I would recommend. And 1 cup of mozzarella and half a cup of Parmesan. Make sure you put in the cheese after the noodles, because I did that backwards and it was like the cheese just kind of stuck to the chicken. I mean, it was still good because you would get like a bite of cheesy chicken, but when I do this again, I'm going to do the pasta, then the cheese. And I can't forget the half a cup of heavy whipping cream that I also add in because it makes it even creamier. And this was another one of those rare meals where everyone in my family liked it, and I had some buttermilk I needed to use up, so I made some cornbread on the side too, which may have been an odd combination, but it turned out really good also. And I will link below the recipe I used for my cornbread too, because it turned out so good. Okay, for my last crock-pot meal this week, I'm going to be making chicken and dumplings. It's pretty easy using the biscuits and the crock-pot recipe. I'm going to start by putting in 3 to 4. This pack just has 3 in it, so I'm going to use it up. Anyway, 3 chicken breasts, or you can use chicken thighs, of course, for even more flavor. It's honestly my preference, but it's not what I have right now. And then I'm going to sprinkle the chicken breasts with poultry seasoning. Just buy it. Like, I don't ever measure this stuff. Paprika. Black pepper. And then I'm going to use some Himalayan pink salt. Trying to use up the rest of this bottle or jar, whatever. And plus, we just like the flavor of it. Alright. And then you're going to dump in 2 cans of cream of chicken. And get to come out. Okay. Some people mix these together first with the broth and then pour it over. I don't know. I don't think it makes a difference. And then a can, let's see, what is that? The 14.5 ounce can of chicken broth. And then you're going to fill up this can with water. Put that in there too. At this point, you can kind of try to mix that around if you wanted to, but it's gonna all cook down together anyways and meld. Okay. And then I always put a half a stick of butter in there too. Because I mean, butter just makes everything taste better. Makes it a little bit richer of a flavor. And that's it. I'm going to put this on high for 5 hours. And then once it is done, you're going to shred up your chicken and then put in a whole can of flaky biscuits, quartered, and then cover it and cook it for another 30 to 40 minutes until the biscuits are done. And I think cutting up biscuit dough is one of the most satisfying things. So if you've never done it, you should definitely make this meal just to do that. And while those are cooking, I was sauteing up some asparagus because it's another vegetable here that everyone likes. And unfortunately, I didn't have enough, but everybody got a little bit at least. And here they are all finished. The biscuits are all cooked. You're gonna just kind of mix it up. You can break up the biscuits to make them a little bit smaller. And this was actually the wrong kind of biscuit that I had originally asked for, but Kroger was out of the regular homestyle, and I will never use anything except for flaky biscuits again in this recipe. It was the best. So I recommend flaky biscuits, and I don't know if it's just the way they're cut up and they just cooked quicker. They weren't doughy at all. They were really good. And thank you so much for watching my video. If you like what you see, be sure to like and subscribe. I post meals every Sunday like this and just random little grocery hauls and recipes in between, but I really appreciate your support and have a great day.